All right, guys, you're back with us here at Beamer & Son Garage, and we appreciate you coming back. So this is another Mr. Obvious video, and unfortunately, we have to continue to do this because we got these trolls and haters and basically trash people, and we're going to show you a couple of them here and trying to explain it to you ahead of time. This one YouTuber, he's a racist piece of garbage. He is just scum. He carries a gun with him everywhere. Him and his father go around and cheat people and rob people. They both got the most filthiest mouth, so I'm going to warn you ahead of time that their language is just foul because they're foul. And they're just some of the worst people out there on YouTube. And they don't, have what we have, that's for sure. They don't have the collection of cars and trucks, and they're jealous, and and that's understandable. But it's not my fault that they're both broke. It's not my fault that they don't work a job and make money so they can have nice things. So let's go with it. Here we go.
We're out there, maybe Jeff don't want his kid on Facebook. I mean, YouTube.
I mean, it was taken from Jeff's fucking community page, but that's not the point. Well, Barry, why are you attacking a child for? Like, what the fuck's up, bro?
What do you think anybody's going to do about that, Barry? You just keep making yourself look worse.
So there's on the left is the number one perpetrator, Ashton O, and his dad, Wacko Jacko. And you'll see he's got a hat on or something to cover his greasy hair because he cut his hair, but he still didn't walk.
You're a joke, and you just keep posting a child's fucking image out there talking about my number one fucking troll. Well, how do they know that you're not trying to say the kid's your troll?
Now, he's going to show a gun he has right after he calls me a pussy because he claims I take my dog with me everywhere.
But these are Barry's words.
I mean, Barry's one that acted like he was above everything, and fucking he was God, and you don't have to talk to him. He kind of respect.
And there's his dad over there, and he's, like father, like son. His dad is scum.
Look,
just like his
you
boy.
won't even leave your house now without your dog for protection.
Here it is.
But I see Jeff and his dad, and me and my dad, we leave our house. We don't need a dog. Take a dog with us for protection.
You carry a firearm, so just before everybody jumps on the bandwagon.
I don't carry one every fucking day.
And they're mad because I posted a picture of their buddy, the other troll, Jeffrey Epstein Jr., which is Dave's boy. Dave O, Jacko, Wacko's boy. These are the basically father and son. One of them set, and then there's another set, which is a Dave O and Jeff O. There it is. There's his gun. There it is. So there's a guy you're going to see probably on the news sometime, where he's going to be caught, with a gun and shooting people in a mall. Or maybe he might be at the Boston Marathon. Please look out for that guy right there. Yeah, that's the kind of guy that would be, with a gun and be shooting people. He's a coward, carries a gun with me. Carries a gun with him everywhere he goes, and claims I take my dog with me everywhere I go because I'm a pussy. I don't take my dogs with me.
You dislike all of them?
I'll tell you something, boy. I'll tell you something. You pull that gun on me, you come around me again, and you pull that gun on me, and I'm going to take it from you. I'm going to shove it up your ass. And your dad, he gets in the middle of it, he's going to get the same. We know you're a coward. That's why you got to carry a gun.
Yeah, I just figured I'd point that out.
And look at his daddy. Look at him. He's trying to work on a car while his boy's talking shit. Instead of the boy helping and working and helping his dad make some money, he'd rather make a video and make pennies, which he's not even making any money because he's not monetized on this channel. These guys are scum. Absolute scum.
But it's all good. The world knows it. Nobody in YouTube wants to fuck.
And this whole video is done because I I took a picture that I found on the internet, and I posted it of this Jeffrey kid. And it's all it's about, is because I posted, and we're going to show you the picture that I posted on YouTube. I've showed it many times, and here it is. And that's my buddy right there. There it is. There's a picture of Jeffrey O. And that's my buddy right there. That's Super Saiyan. There he is right there with his little kid. And that's the only picture I could get. There's the good. That's the bad and the ugly right there. So they're mad because I posted a picture, and then the whole video is about that. And then you got to talk about me being a pussy when it's him with a gun, showing that he's got the gun. You know, are you trying to brandish that gun and tell me that, you know, you're going to shoot me again? They've already won, and they had a video where they changed it too, and I made them change it too. I had to change it. And they had a video where they were going to the Indiana swap meet, where I was going to go meet my great friend Scott Speed Shop, Jedediah Scott, at the Indiana swap meet, which was the Indy show 2 years ago. And they said that the caption of the video said exactly, "We're on our way to shoot a Beamer." And he's so stupid that he put that and doesn't realize, you know, the ramifications. You know, you can't say that. You can't say you're on your way to go shoot a Beamer, okay? If you're, you know, if you're meaning ill intent, which he was meaning, you know, to shoot me, you know, with a gun, you know, that's a pussy, guys, okay? So I hope you guys can understand why Mr. Obvious had to come out here and point this out. It's only obvious that these guys are nothing but bitch pussies. They got to carry a gun, you know, and use a gun, and, you know, it's just going to be just like the song, you know. You're going to use a gun and you're going to throw your life away, you know. You're going to throw away the sun. What was that? It was a Queen song, you know. He pulled his trigger and threw his life away. Yeah, that's what's going to happen to you. Austin, you dumbass. You stupid. You know, you posted that, and anybody could use that, you know, and that's what I just did. I used it against you. You know, you use your, you know, your little digs and try to use it against me, and in your face, you know. There you go. That's what I've been talking about, you know. If you got to carry a gun and use a gun and talk about using a gun and showing that you got a gun, you ain't nothing but a bitch pussy. And that's what this guy is. So let the law, I hope you guys are watching, let the law be known. There's a guy right there that's, you know, brandishing a gun, showing me a gun, you know, basically, you know, trying to say, you know, without actually using the words this time, that he's going to shoot a Beamer. They'd already used them words once. Yeah. It just cracks me up that these guys are so stupid that they would do that, and just, you know, give that to me, you know, so I can show you, you know, the world, you know, the YouTube world, what kind of pussies these guys are. And this particular individual, you know, carrying a gun and talking about, you know, in a video he did before, talking about on their way to shoot a Beamer, you know, going to the Indy swap meet, you know. And then they're talking about, oh, you ain't got no friends, because they're going around bashing me to my friends and trying to turn, you know, people against me, and it's not working. Okay, all these people that you say that are not my friends, they're still my buddies. Yeah, tall Camaro guy, still my friend. Scott Speed Shop, still my friend. And once Scott Speed Shop, you know, finally realizes, you know, what kind of piece of trash you are, you know, he'll probably kick you to the wayside again, like he's done once. And of course, he doesn't know that you sent me a message and telling me, you know, ha ha ha, ha ha ha, we got a shout out, we got a shout out. You know, I've had so many shout outs from Jedediah Scott that it's not funny. You know, he's giving me shout out after shout out, and I didn't have to give him a couple junk fenders that all he can use them for is wall art. He can't, why can't you give me something that he can, like, maybe use, you know, not just, you know, wall art that he's just going to put on a wall, you know? Why don't you give me something nice? And then you give him a dashboard that's got a rust hole in it. I mean, come on, guys. What, you couldn't sell that at the swap meet, so instead of loading it back up and hauling it back home, you gave it away? Or is it because you couldn't sell it and get $1 on it that you decided to give it to those guys to get it out of your garage? You know, you gave it to Jedediah Scott, you know. You know, Jed, you really should know what kind of, you know, trash these guys are. And you already know, you know, what they've, you know, been doing, what they're, you know, trying to do. And of course, they're not successful. You guys are never going to be successful, you know. No one's going to believe these lies that you guys say, that I'm a racist and I'm a this and I'm a that, because it's all lies. You can't prove any of it. Even if you could prove it, it doesn't mean anything, you know. But you know, it's not true. I'm not a racist. I'm not any of these things these guys claim I am. If anything, these guys are the racists. My brother is one of the biggest racists that ever walked. He hates black people. My sister was dating a black person, and he expected me to go along with the rest of my family and turn my back on her when she was dating a black man. And I didn't turn my back on him. Matter of fact, I went to a ball game with her and him, with her black boyfriend. Me and my girlfriend, we went to a baseball, and my brother found out and threw a fit. Why? Because he's the racist. My family was racist. Yes, they were what you call prejudice. You know, I wasn't. I told my mom and my dad years ago, you know, I'm not going to be like you guys. I'm going to do and I'm going to be the way I want to be. And I'm going to do what I want to do. And I've had many black friends and still have them to this day. And I've had black girlfriends too. How about you guys, huh? You got any black friends? No, you don't. No, you don't have any black friends. No, you don't never had a black girlfriend. None of you have, you know. They're the ones I'm referring to, you know. So, all right, so we got this here. We're gonna cut off on this Mr. Obvious video. Come back with cleaning this up. This all came from a tree that right there, split off right there. There's the tree. Split off, came down, hit that Mustang, and then hit the pole barn me and my son built. Our carport. I want to call it a pole barn because I cheated it. It tore the roof up and really messed that Mustang up, you know. All right, guys, so Mr. Obvious out. You know, it's only obvious, you know, that these guys are trash and they're scum, and they're all what I say they are, let me tell you, and I just proved it right there. They're cowards, they're pussies, and they carry guns and make threats with their guns, you know. They've done it before, you know. I'm on my way, we're on our way to shoot a Bammer, you know. Get a life, dude. Get a clue. Find something else to do with your spare time. You're not getting anywhere with this channel. I'm going to report you every day from now on for all the racists, all the comments you guys made, and all the bad things you guys try to say about me and my son. And then the other ones, too, that'll be for another Mr. Obvious video. I can only deal with so much scum at once, guys. See you in the next one. Bye-bye. Angus getting some food. Bye-bye, everybody.